Bladesmiths, welcome to the forge. On your anvils is a cloth. Go ahead and lift that up. That is a 3-inch diameter sphere of 52-100 high carbon chromium steel. Good luck, Bladesmiths. Your 3-hour forge time starts now.
You know, we're talking a lot about this initial heat. I think what's going to be really telling is who keeps it at work heat.
What you really don't want to do is work it till it's cold. You want to work it till it starts losing color, doesn't drop temperature too much, get it back in the forge so it reheats quicker.
It does have to be hot for it to move efficiently and for it to keep from cracking.
A little bit more time.
It looks like now Curtis has got his steel a lot thinner. He's picking up heat faster and able to move the metal more quickly. Connor has taken that 3-inch ball bearing and in a little bit over 30 minutes, turned it into a billet.
He's doing great work.
I'd describe the speed that I work at as normal, but of course that's because it's me.
Connor just formed a tip on his blade.
I figured that's what he was doing.
I don't know what he's doing right now.
I haven't a clue.
He's putting water on things. He's blessing everything in the forge. The blade, the vise.
My blade is really hot, so I like to splash water onto the back of it and watch it steam off. But also, I do it partially for fun.
Nomine Patre, Filii, Spiritus Sanctus.
Bladesmiths! You have only 2 hours remaining to finish your work.
Well, I'm worried about Mark.
Yeah. Mark's been pulling it out where it's still like bright red, but not yellow.
Yes. Things are starting to get in the groove now. The metal is the thickness I need, and I'm gonna go back to my comfort zone where I'm working on the anvil and moving the metal how I'm used to moving it.
My favorite shape right now is Curtis. He's got that nice upswept tip.
It looked like he added a little bit of a recurve to it, too.
I've got the blade shaped to where I need it to be. I know I have enough time to put holes in and quench.
Connor's starting to get his blade back into the forge, get it up to temperature for the quench.
The most important test in consideration for this blade is definitely the antler chop. So I decided to do an edge quench. And the reason why I do that is because it leaves the edge really screaming hard, but allows for a very soft and cushioning body, able to absorb impacts.
Rather uneventful, no fire, no explosions.
Connor did the edge quench, which was good, but it was just maybe a ½ an inch of that edge, and it looked more red than orange.
Yeah.
I've sort of kind of ran out of things to do other than make it look pretty. Oh, that was unexpected.
I need to get this quench done.
You can make that blade as big and as thick as you want. There's stress fracture in there, it's gonna break no matter what. Whoa!
Oh!
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Just as I'm starting to get momentum, this happens.
Oh, no.
That oil's hot, and you don't want to burn your hands.
Oof.
I've got to dive elbow deep into this hot oil to try to find my blade.
There it is.
I'm so glad my blade is not in pieces.
It's not hard.
That does not sound hard at all.
I'm completely and totally heartbroken. It's got to go back in the fire. If I don't get this heat treat right, I'm done.
We've got Curtis getting ready to quench.
This 52-100 steel is new steel to me, and I'm worried because it could take a little more heat than I'm used to.
Curtis in the quench.
That's what I like to see.
I'm happy with my quench. I do a file test. I know that this blade is hard.
Good, man.
And here goes Brian.
And
Brian's in the quench.
Anything can go wrong in a quench. It's a hard steel. We just moved it a bunch. So this is make or break right here. You know, keeping my fingers crossed.
How's it looking?
I think I got a slight little warp here at the end.
Pretty tough steel, I think.
Yeah. If I can't get this warp out, this could be game over.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bladesmiths, drop your tools, shut down your machines. This round is over.
Bladesmiths, in 3 short hours, each of you has taken a 3-inch diameter sphere of 52-100 ball bearing steel and turned it into a signature blade. Now it's time for the judges to take a closer look at your work. Connor, you're up first. Please present your weapon to the judges.
Connor, I gotta say, I was extremely impressed with the way you worked. You planned everything out. You're very precise on everything, and it shows. I mean, you've got a very nice piece here. My big concern was during the heat treat. I'm not sure if you got your edge temperature. It's a bit softer than it should be. You could end up with a very serrated edge during the antler chop. I would definitely recommend redoing the heat treat.
Brian, you're up next. Please present your blade to the judges.
Brian, your steel looks great. But the first thing that catches my eye is this. Now you got basically a 1.5 hand handle here. And you've got a warp in the blade where your handle's actually kicking out this way. And they got a little bit of a twist right in here. So your blade during the heat treat actually moved in 2 different directions.
You're up, Curtis. Please present your blade to the judges.
Curtis, yeah, man. This looks like a Jason Knight design. Something that can chop and stab, but that's a big handle right there. If you move forward, you will have to address it because it's uncomfortable.
Mark, you're up. Please present your work to the judges.
You know, generally, I like the shape of this blade. I'd like to see it more refined. It's just right now, it's kind of unfinished and very heavy.
There's a lot of steel here, man. And you were having a hard time heating up that steel. And we could tell that by all the lines and stress fractures. Those cracks are going all the way through. That's a problem.
Bladesmiths, the judges have made their final decision. Bladesmith leaving the forge is Mark. Your blade didn't make the cut. Jay Nielsen's gonna tell you why.
You know, Mark, the big thing is you didn't block up your forge. You had a lot of airflow going out the back. So you had a hard time moving that steel, and that took up so much of the 3 hours you didn't have enough time to refine that blade very much. Between having the least finished blade and the stress fractures, that's why we're sending you home.
Mark, please surrender your blade.
A little disappointed, but I kind of saw it coming. I wish the 3 remaining Smiths the best of luck. I've got 2 little girls and a beautiful wife that are waiting for me at home. They're proud of me. I'm still standing, I'm still smiling, and they can't take that away from me.